Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm situated in a little different spot. I decided to sit on the floor and talk to you guys, which is funny because the camera lens that I'm using is so, like, its shape is where it's at that I have to scoot back so far. Like, my chair that my camera's propped up on right now is so far away from me, but that's okay. So today I'm going to be talking about my midway through the semester update. So I'm going to be talking about how I'm doing halfway through the semester, which it's going very well. I'm very happy. I wish it was going a little bit better, but that's okay. I'm happy with where I'm at. So first I'm going to talk about patho. Then I'm going to talk about foundations. Then I'm going to talk about... Hey, you stay. I'll hold your paw. Can you stay right there? Thank you. Okay, so back to what I was saying. First I'm going to talk about patho. Then I'm going to talk about foundations. Then I'm going to talk about health assessment. And those are the three classes that I'm taking right now. I'm going to talk about what each one is and then how I'm doing so far, which is I'm at the halfway through the semester point. So I'm going to talk about how my grades are going in each of those classes after I talk about a little bit about what each of those classes are, so you have a better understanding. So the first class is patho. Patho is short for pathophysiology, and if you don't know what that is, it's essentially just the study of diseases. So as a prerequisite before you go into nursing school, you'll take anatomy and physiology. And what that is the study of the anatomy of the body, so what you have, what's there physiologically, like what bones you have, what ligaments you have, all that stuff. You're going to learn about the anatomy, what makes up the body, and then you're going to learn the physiology, which is how the body works. So then pathophysiology is how the body works when something is wrong. So we take all that normal stuff that you learned in A and P, which is anatomy and physiology, take all that normal stuff that you learned and then flip it upside down on its head, basically, and say, here's everything that can go wrong in these systems. And of course, we're not learning everything. There's a bunch of like rare diseases and things like that that you probably won't learn, at least I'm not learning, that we'll learn later on, but you're learning the general big things, so like diabetes, heart disease, chronic kidney failure, things like that. So a bunch of the big diseases that you're going to see in your career as a nurse. So that's what patho is, and patho is my best class. I have an A- in there right now. I believe I have a 93.2%. which is good. A 94 is an A, so I'm really hopeful that I can get it up to an A before the semester ends. Fingers crossed, we'll see. If not, I'm happy with an A-. I just like it to be higher. I've always been someone who is very particular about how I like my grades being, so nothing's changed my whole life. That's just how I am. I want to do as best as I can. And so I have an A- in there right now. That's, sorry, my dog. That's been my best class so far this semester. It's not that hard for me for whatever reason. Science and patho just click in my head really well. Hi, honey. It just fits in my head really well, so I just understand it. And if you're struggling with patho and you want to know how I study for patho, I will put a link, if I can, to that video that I have up here. I'll probably put it in a little card up top that you can click over and watch how I study for patho. I haven't made videos for how I study for the other two classes just because patho is my best class. I have an A in there, an A-, but it's still an A in there, and I have B's in my other two classes, so I didn't really feel like it was the best for me to make a study video for those two classes when I don't have the best grade possible. Obviously, I could be doing something a little different and have a better grade, so if I had a better grade, I'd probably make a how to study for those classes video, but I haven't thus far just because I feel like there might be somebody else out there that has better study habits for those classes than I do. So if you want me to make those videos anyway, comment down below and I can definitely make them. But yeah, so patho is going really well. Like I said, if you want to know how to study, you can click that card, how I study for that class. But it's going well. Patho's easy for me, I guess you could say. Not easy, but it's definitely my best class. I get A's on almost every exam we take in that class. My last exam I got 100%, so it's not a hard class for me. It's going really well and I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, so that's that one. And then my next class is foundations, which foundations is not great. It's not my worst class. My worst class is health assessment, but it's also not my best either. It's kind of in the middle. Right now I have an 87% in that class, so a B. I don't believe it's a B+. I think it's just, actually it might be a B+. It's either a B+ or just a solid B. I'm not sure. Foundations is basically giving you exactly what it says, the foundation of nursing. So you're learning very basic things like how to introduce yourself to a patient, how to communicate properly with a patient. Pretty basic things, just the fundamentals of nursing essentially. It's kind of a vague class and kind of hard for me to explain. And I guess I could explain it the way that one of my teachers explained it to me, and that is that patho is the study of the disease and how that goes wrong in your body. Foundations is how we fix the disease. And health assessment is, okay, I have a patient that comes in and they have this symptom, and this symptom. What is the disease? Daisy, what are you doing? Okay, I'm just going to let her sit here. And so that's kind of how they explained it to me. Foundations is still pretty vague to me on how to study for it. I have a hard time with it. It's really just a lot of applying questions, which you'll find out through nursing school if you're not in nursing school yet, or if you're already in nursing school. Daisy, okay, so anyway, sorry, she's being so annoying. So that's kind of explains what foundations is. It's pretty vague, it's hard for me to understand, but it's basically just the foundation of nursing. Like, what do we do as nurses? What are we allowed to do? What are we not allowed to do? What do other types of nurses do? Things like that. So it's kind of just going over what is a nurse, what does your job look like, what can and can't do, things like that. It's pretty general, but it's not my best class just because the questions on the tests are hard for me to answer and confusing, and yeah, it's just hard. So that is foundation. So like I was saying earlier, health assessment is the study of how like a patient presents, what their signs and symptoms are, and basically learning to be able to do a full head to toe assessment. So when you come to the doctor's office for a physical, what do? They listen to your heart, they listen to your lungs, they listen to your belly. They check your growth positioning, how your spine looks, are you neurologically working well? So it's basically literally assessing the body from head to toe. And it's a health assessment, so are you a healthy person within the range of what that means to be a healthy person, whether it's psychologically, whether it's you have gastrointestinal issues, bone break, things like that. It's just assessing the whole body for the diseases that we're learning about essentially and the things that can go wrong. So that's what health assessment is, and that class I have a B in right now. I have an 86%, and that's not, I mean, it's a grade that I'm fine with. Passing is a 78, so we have to have 78 to pass, so I'm definitely above passing, which is good, and I'm happy with that. I just wish it could be a little higher. It's easily the hardest class. The last test that we took, I got the same grade that I got on the first exam, and those are the two best scores that I've had thus far. We've had 4 exams, we have 1 more, and then we have the final. So we don't have a lot left, but it's not my best class, and I obviously could be better at it, but I'm happy with it. I'm passing, and that's what matters, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, health assessment is just a study of the symptoms. So a patient comes in with these 4 symptoms. What do you think they have? A patient comes in with this disease. Tell me what the symptoms are. A patient is worried about this. You tell them, is that normal? Is that not normal? What do you tell the patient when they ask questions? Things like that. So that class is, all my classes are going well. I mean, I'm passing, and that's the most important thing. But I'm hoping that by finals I can get these grades up a little bit. Now, obviously, I'm in week, let's see, I have 2, 4, I'm on week 10 right now, and my semester's 14 weeks, so obviously I should have filmed this halfway through the semester video quite a few weeks ago, but it just didn't happen, and so I'm filming it now. So I will make an update video at the end of the semester also to let you guys know how things finished out, how finals went, and we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that it goes well, but fingers crossed that it does, but I will obviously keep you guys updated and make another video. If you want to see more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up. If there are any types of videos you'd like to see, comment them down below and let me know. I'm totally open to whatever videos you guys want to see. I made this channel for y'all so that you guys could get information and advice on things that you want to learn about in regards to nursing school. So if there's anything at all you want to see, any questions you have, please feel free to comment them down below. And don't forget to check out my Instagram. I will put the link, my name to it right here. You can follow me on there. I post all the time, pretty much every day, if not multiple times a day. So you can follow me on there. And then of course, if you liked this video, subscribe just so that you are updated. It's free, and it'll update you anytime I post a video so that you don't miss anything, especially if it's a video that you asked me to make. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!